But we should be back now. Here we are live from Kansas Motor Speedway. We are here about 15 minutes and 40 seconds in practice. I am your producer, Adam Fligger, with Fligger Farm TV. This is our On the Pole episode. We got for temperature looks to be about 70 degrees, 55% humidity, partly cloudy, and 2 miles per hour of wind. Again, I am your host. Most know me as Fleekster. Some know me as One Eye Wonder on the track. As we get rolling this evening, looks like we have Josh Brown with the quick time in practice. I don't know if I recognize that name too much. Let's see if we can zoom in on that truck, see if we can get a better view of who I'm talking about as we're getting ready to roll here soon. That's a truck I don't remember seeing too much of. We got William George there in the 96 Toys for Tots machine. Brett Karakoff running Camp Light at number 57. A little bit different paint scheme there. TJ Elliott, Alarm. Elaine, is that TJ Elaine? I'm not sure how to say that last name. Mark Dantuma, there in the 13. He was last week's winner, if I'm thinking correctly. First week with the team, comes out with a bang, getting the win. We got Ian Ogden in the number 24, 1111 racing truck. It's not 1111, but that is the 1111 is a veteran organization he races for. Matthew Karakoff in the 00. He is running Camp Light this evening. As he stopped on track, Paul Vitale in that number 420 DuPont. Mike Toomer Jr. in the number 12. There's a few more names than what I remember seeing, but we also got about 17 trucks on track here tonight. I'm hoping I have this registered correctly for me. I hope I'm not on the entry list. Give me one quick moment here, as I'm not sure if I'm correctly here, so we're gonna just give a moment here. I want to make sure that I'm in here correctly. Yeah, that's what I thought. So unfortunately, I gotta let the race control know I screwed up tonight. So we will not be watching qualifying, as I goofed up before. So give me one moment. I thought that's what I kind of did. So I gotta let race control know that there is that little bit of a snafu. We'll see if we can find him here in our channels so that we can let him know. We already had a snafu with the going live. So now we gotta have a now. There's always something that seems to get me, and this just seems to be it tonight. So here we go. Let me see if I can find our race controller. No, I don't see him in here. So we'll jump up. I'm going to jump up here into Team 5. We'll get them on board here as we get things figured out here. So just bear with me as we get things straightened out again.
Yeah.
Good evening there, Team 5 chat.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Not much. Just have a slight issue. I'm not sure who race control is tonight.
Should be, what's his name? Michael, if he's here.
Well, I'm not seeing Michael in a chat anywhere. Because I have a slight issue.
Uh-oh, what's up?
I need DQ'd.
Uh,
I wasn't supposed to be a registered driver. I was supposed to come in as watch, and for some reason, it went crazy on me tonight, and we are actually registered to race.
nice. I think, Dave can get you the DQs.
Okay, I'll see if I can get Dave. I'll get a hold of Dave.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Do you want me to? I mean, I can ask him across the line.
Yeah, that'd be fine if you're able to ask them in the comms. That would work great. Just tell them that the broadcaster goofed a little bit, so we might not be able to see qualifying tonight.
Gotcha.
But we'll see everything else.
Dave.
All right, thanks, sir.
Can you DQ Flick?
Alrighty, so as the race control being so kind and working with me on this, we are still here in practice, going around looking at the different trucks. I gotta figure out here where things are at. Okay, there's the 93 Dave Stinson. William George here in the 96. Good looking Toys for Tots racing machine. Got the peanuts there on the side. I think I see the lovely Charlie Brown. Brett Karakoff there in the 57. Good looking Camp Light. Mark Brewster in the number 22. V22. Okay, that's victory for 22 there on the side of his truck. Rob Hattenbach, something. I'll get these names straightened out eventually. There we go. We're looking at the number 9 of TJ once again. William George. Mark Dantuman at 13 is upper toward the top of the grid. As you see, pretty tight racing here at Kansas. Within that top, looks to be the top 10. Not very much speed or time separates your top 10. There should be great racing, great close racing, I should say. Good looking yellow and orange 13. Josh Brown 67 is still your fastest one out on track with a 31.14. Dantuma and Stinson, I'll get this right. Dantuma and Stinson have a 31.17. George with a 31.19. Karakoff with a 31.20. TJ with a 31.20. Hattenbach with a 31.24 along with Connell. Ogden with a 31.27. Edwards with a 31.28. Atchison and the other Karakoff with a 31.30. So there's Stinson out there in the 93 O'Reilly Ford. Great mix of trucks here in this league. We got Fords, we got Chevys, we got Toyotas. We got all three making appearance. So if you like one of them, there goes the 96 around here in practice. Oh, it takes a hard hit down the back stretch. That's a 90. It's a 69, the 96, and I think that was, not sure who the other one was, but hard contact there on the backstretch here at Kansas. Still learning these tracks myself. Not sure exactly where the best place is for these drivers to run. And as we get rolling here this evening, Brown still on top with the 31-14. Not sure if the Karakoffs can get up there or not. Randy Lapidus there in the number 4. Looks like he's running a little bit different paint scheme. He's running Built Ford Tough tonight. Really like the way that truck's painted, that black to the gray. Sharp looking Ford there for Randy Lapidus. Barney Sigmund in the Navy, number 37. Definitely gonna kind of be in the Christmas spirit here tonight. Definitely not sure if they are still running this special, but we do want to throw this up there just in case. So you can give the gift at summer camp. I'm not sure if it's still going on or not, but just in case, I still like to throw the notice out there. Again, if any other drivers need notices thrown up, I can definitely do that as well. Gives me something to talk about. But Camp Light is a camp, I believe I was told, in Virginia or West Virginia. I forget which one it is. But it's a disability camp for kids and I believe adults alike. Great looking truck there, though. William George down there on the bottom side, at number 96. Toys for Tots machine with the peanuts. There's Joseph Atchison in the 88 Haviland Texaco. Kind of giving me that Davey Allison type of feel. It looks like we got about 2.5 minutes left in practice. Todd Danbury there in the 69. Mike Toomey Jr. Touching out just a touch there. Not sure where the trouble spots are going to be yet. How's it good we are here, kids? It's about 50 seconds to go here at practice. Then we'll go to qualifying, and they have a little bit of warm-up. Mike Toomey Jr., they're into number 12. William George in the 96. See, they're running a little bit of a low line coming through the looks like that tail of the truck was swinging out just a shade. Smoke there, not sure who's along the bottom there. Coming in turn 3 and 4, back down to the bottom. Got the black waves here in practice. And this looks to be a track that we might see them dip to that bottom coming through that tri-oval, that little bit of a tri-oval here. I don't know what that was about. Why had the SDK Gaming come up? I don't know if there is. I don't think we're going to be able to see qualifying. So we'll take this time to take a short break. And we'll see if we can get some numbers rolling in here. I'm not sure if we will or not, but we'll I want to take a short break, and let's give a shout out to Lions Clubs International with their service video for 2022-2023.
I was actually born in Bird Island, Minnesota. Born and raised, and still live there now. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody watches out for you. Great place to raise kids.
We have 4 children and 3 grandchildren.
Pretty much any challenge that any one of us faced, we knew we were never in it alone.
We try to create family traditions, and it brings us very close together.
Growing up, I always thought having llamas was normal. So I learned later on that it's not normal to have llamas.
I remember I was always the talk of our class when we came to show and tell.
We go to schools all over the place. I could take them into nursing homes, and I love being able to do that.
We've had kangaroos. We've had a Sicilian donkey. I had to put my foot down and say no to the camel because I don't think we needed a camel in Minnesota.
He just does everything in a big way, and Lori tends to wind him down a little bit and get him back to earth.
She helped us out.
There's nothing that I couldn't share with him.
We can have conversations about anything, and I use her as a huge sounding board.
We have that mutual respect for each other as husband and wife, as business owners, as people who are donating hours to the community.
Thank you. What else do we need, Grandpa?
When our local grocery store was about to go under, he very quickly got together a group of community leaders and decided that he was going to keep that grocery store alive.
Have a great day.
Appreciate it.
He's so connected to family and community, and that's something that his parents instilled in him, and that carries through with everything that he does.
I'm so grateful that I had a great set of parents that instilled those morals and values. I'm the youngest of 8 children.
He was actually pretty shy, unless it came to sports, of course.
My entire life with my family and playing in sports, we had to count on each other to be able to do things. It was everybody working together, and we've always been there for each other. I think this is the last one we had in that picture.
We ended up sitting on their lap.
That was the one that started it all, you know? A family that really enjoys being together and loves to have fun.
I look back and my dad was laughing and smiling all the time. He was so positive on everything. He worked very, very hard. He started his propane company up in 1952. Our whole family has been entrepreneurial. He's always told us that when you have a skill, you don't keep it. You share it with other people.
When Brian and Kevin first started the business, they started selling Apple computers to local business people.
We started right out of college in 1979. We struggled for a number of years, but we found out that we can't be everything to everybody. And so we thought outside the box. We said, let's go back to our roots again. We developed software for the propane industry.
Great to have a great day, isn't it?
I still get up every single day and say, hot dog, I get to go to work today. When you really enjoy things, it just makes life so much easier. And if I don't enjoy it, we think, okay, how are we going to change this? And how can we make it better so it is enjoyable?
I think Brian's biggest attribute is his ability to think outside the box.
I just love figuring things out. And that's why I think I like programming so much, because you can figure the flow and what if this happens, you got to go here or you got to go there.
He kind of imagines like, well, what if we did it this way? And you're thinking like it's going to be the worst idea ever, and it ends up working.
He knows that the team is stronger than the individual. And when he motivates that team can do and achieve amazing things.
He treats his employees like they're family. He treats Lions as family.
We're part of a 4th-generation Lions family. Lori's grandfather and father were Lions. My father was a Lion, my mom was a Lion, and 3 of our 4 children are Lions.
It seems like every gathering place of the community is touched in one way or another by our Lions Club.
We come up with solutions together. We make our community better.
Brian is just an engager. He doesn't tell people to go get the shovels and the rakes. He goes to get them himself.
If he says he's going to do something, he's going to get it done, and he brings the team together to do it.
Doing the demolition derby involves our entire club. It's a lot of hands on deck.
Brian said he was going to drive the demo derby because that's Brian. He does these things.
Take a risk. Try something you're uncomfortable with and give it a shot.
Brian Sheehan is a motivator.
Brian's a visionary.
He always has a story or a video that gets his point across.
He just engages people. He brings people in, and he does it in a way that it's very fun and it's relatable, but he gets the business done too.
He just lights up a room, and I think that's what he's going to do to Lions International.
He wants you to succeed. He wants you to be the best Lion you can be.
I want everybody to be accountable and hold themselves as to how can I be accountable to have a better club.
He listens to everyone, no matter who that person is, no matter where they are from.
He's going to get everybody working together. I think we're in for a really fun ride.
We've got to have some fun in our clubs. But yet I know we're going to get a lot accomplished and we're going to do things for our community. We're all in this together.
All right, we're back here at the Speedway. Not sure what's going on here with my screens here. Just give me one quick second here. There we are. We're back here.
You can't go because it's too cold. Unless you want her to go.
All right, sorry for a little bit of background noise. We are live here. We're still waiting on.
That's always not on the wall.
We cannot see the qualify, but we see some of the times rolling in with George being on top with a 31:29. TJ with a 31:30. Carricup with a 31:31. Stinson also with a 31:31. Ogden with a 31:35. Brown with a 31:36. Toomer with a 31:37. Hattenbach with a 31:38. Lapidus with a 31:38. Cornell with a 31:39. 31:44 going to Danbury. And then we got Edwards with a 31:93. Sigmund with a 32:28. And Atchison with a 34:38. Seems like he might have struggled through his qualifying times just a little bit. We'll give one more shout out here to White Cane Coffee before we get started.
The only thing worse than being stuck at home is being stuck at home without coffee. We can't let that happen. Browse our selection and order online. From sweet to tangy, hot or iced, we have something for you. White King Coffee, because every cup makes a difference.
Providing a great cup of coffee and a better life for the blind and disabled. White King Coffee, because every cup makes a difference. Know what would make that better? Cup of White King Coffee.
Wow, that really is great coffee.
White King Coffee, because every cup makes a difference.
We're back here. Nothing really happening. Still floating around in our blimp as we're looking to the outside. Oh no, you're right. You're right.
This one?
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got just under 10 minutes of qualifying here before we can go into warm-ups. Thank you, Malik, for the like. Malik always showing his support here. Hopefully you're having a wonderful night there, Malik. As we get ready to roll here with our Extreme Truck Series from the there's SDK Gaming again. I gotta figure out where that logo is. I'm not sure what's going on here. As we have started warm-up. So they apparently advanced the session that I missed. Everybody's coming out on track for their warm-ups. Let's take a quick moment, though, and pay respect to our flag.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
That is not the correct points that was just up here. That's me going trying to find the correct screen to bring us back live to the racetrack. As we're looking at the number 24 take a spin there in practice. Now I've lost all my screens. Where'd they go? Everything minimized on me. There we go. Now we're back. Now I can see everything. Dave Stinson out there on track in the 93. Todd Danbury in the 69. Let's go take a look at our qualifying results here. So there's our qualifying results. This is going to be your kind of how your qualifying ended up. With, why is that not all the way to the top? That's weird. Alrighty, William Grove is your quickest with a 31:29. Then you got TJ Allen, TJ Elaine, might be, I don't know, I gotta figure out how to say that last name, but TJ there in second, Brett Carracroft there in third, Dave Stinson there in fourth, Ian Ogden in fifth, Josh Brown sixth, Mike Toomer Jr. goes to position number 7, Rob Hatchison, or Hattenbach, I'm sorry, as in 8th, Randy Lapidus in 9th, David Connell in 10th, Todd Danbury will roll off 11th, Chris Edwards 12th, Barney Sigmund in 13th, Joseph Atchison 14th, Mark Dantuma is in 15th. So our last week's winner is starting a little bit farther back on the grid this week. Got some work cut out for him. We'll take a look at our starting grid completely once warm-ups is done. Here we got about another 5 minutes or so of warm-ups. We got Brett Carracroft, Joseph Atchison. They're in the 88. Really do like the way that truck's painted. There's a lot of great paint schemes out here that I really enjoy seeing. Like it's 96 Toys for Tots with the peanuts. You got Snoopy and Charlie Brown there with his Christmas tree. Mark Dantuma in a light truck. Fitting in with his team. Todd Danbury in the 69. Rob Hattenbach in at 99. Chipped Machine. Chris Edwards, the 31. Paul Vitelli in that 420 DuPont. There's part of me that's wondering if I should know Paul Vitelli, but I'm not completely... No, that's... No, I'm saying that name wrong. It's Paul... Vieto? I'll have to read out that last name. I might be saying that completely wrong now that my eyes have focused on it more. Sorry for my name. So that's Paul in that 420. Not sure exactly what the last name is. I probably have been screwing it up all night so far. I'm completely sorry about that. Mike Toomey Jr. in the number 12. In that Google Pixel sponsored machine. Now with some of these new drivers, it's going to take me a moment to figure out how to say the last names. As the 00 of Matthew Carracroft is the fastest in practice so far with a 31:24. Well, no, I'm sorry. His fastest is a 31:09. I'm sorry. His last lap was a 31:24. Looks like our post, I forget who our post sitter might be. So we'll take another look at it as the grid gets gridded up here in another 2.5 minutes or so. Randy Lapidus in that number 4. Great looking truck, a Ford Performance machine. Built Ford tough. Ian Ogden there in the 24-11-11 machine, Racing for Heroes. Dave Stinson there, Indy 93, O'Reilly Auto Parts Ford. Mark Brewster out there now with the number 22, Victory for 22 truck. Another good looking machine. We're still rolling here, about 45 seconds left in practice. You can see a little bit of what the drivers might be thinking as they're coming through that trial. There's Joseph Atchison on the backstretch. Brett Kerkhoff not too far behind him, I think. He's out of Bridgewater. Checkered flag waves here in warm-ups. As we're getting ready to start the main event here this evening. See, we got our starting lineup here. I'll start off with William George in first, TJ Allen second. That's not Allen, I'm sorry, TJ. Gotta find that last name again. Brett Kerkhoff there in third. Dave Stinson. I gotta forget. I want to keep calling it Stinson still, but I could be wrong. So Dave is in fourth. Ian Ogden fifth. Josh Brown in sixth. Mike Toomey Jr. there in seventh. Rob Hottenbach from Friendswood, Texas, will be starting in eighth position. Randy Lapita starting fourth. Or not fourth, he's car number 4. Starting in 9th position, David Connell starting 10th. In 11th is going to go to Todd Danbury. Chris Edwards is going to roll off 12th. Barney Sigmund is going to roll off 13th. Mark Dantuma will roll off 15th. 16th is going to be Matthew Kerkhoff. Mark Brewster there in 17th. And Paul Viadal is in 18th. I'm not sure if I'm saying that last name right. So I'm sorry if I'm butchering a couple of these last names.
Isaac out of the trash.
Sorry for a little bit of background noise. I gotta figure out where he's at. Alright. Oh, here we go. As we're getting underway here, lights are out on the pace truck. Is that, yeah, they're coming through turns 3 and 4 now. They're going to be coming to the green flag. There you see our flag man up in the stands, all ready for the show to begin. Trucks are currently behind the flag. There they come. They're in the green Geico restart zone. And away they go, coming down into corner 1, side by side. Round corner 1 looking pretty smooth so far. As William George gets up to a decent lead. Back here in the middle of the pack a little bit more, we got Ian Ogden there in fourth, trying to make his way up towards the front. Been strong all season so far. I think he has one win under his belt. I think we had a different winner every week, but I'm not positive of that. I know we've had the same top 3 every week for the most part, but we'll figure that out here in a moment. Alright, here we are coming through. Why is my ticker not showing up? There we go. Now the ticker's up. Lap 3 out of 75 laps this evening. George out front. TJ in second. That's the 57 of Brett Karakoff there in third. Ogden fourth. Rob in fifth. Decent racing out front. Everybody's just trying to keep it together, keep the truck under them. Shifting from that low side up onto the track, I have seen it where drivers have had trouble with that with these trucks, where all of a sudden it'll kick that truck loose. That is one thing these drivers do not want to happen. There you see the teammates of Karakoff and Ogden trying to work together a little bit to get to the front, but we got one loose back here. That is a 99, I believe, that was loose going through that corner. Gonna lose a little bit of ground. That's Rob there in that 99. He got a little loose. Up towards the front, though, we're starting to single file it out through the field. George there in first, leading it off. Had a great start. TJ with a great start right behind him. And a team of Karakoff and Ogden back here in third and fourth look like they're going to try to work together to try to get that either the Ford or the Toyota to the front. The other two of that team are towards the back. They kind of were struggling a little bit, but I don't see the two of them together. Matthew Karakoff is in 12th. And Mark Dantuma is back here in 18th. A little bit of connection issue. So I'm not sure what's going on with Mark there. I don't know if he's just not comfortable with the track or if there's a problem with the setup maybe. I'm not exactly sure. But he's definitely struggling back here at the back. Unlike last week where he was up front he pretty much was up front the whole night, was able to complete the win. I'm not sure if he's going to try to play strategy again this week. As I said, he was last week's winner. My notes are correct. But back up front, we still got William George leading it with TJ there in second. TJ's trying to find that momentum line. Trying to figure out how to get up there to the 96 to make a move to pass him. That's evidently what he wants. Ian Ogden here in third, Brett Karakoff there in fourth. The teammates there a little farther apart than what I think I might like to see them. But again, it's still early in this one. Pit strategies always come into play. As we saw with me announcing last night, not sure if anybody's caught it or not, but I was announcing for Nazareth 360 Racing Network last night. And with their series, pit strategy was a big factor last night. So we'll have to see how it plays out here tonight with the Extreme Truck Series here at Kansas. Few strong drivers that I remember seeing through the season, I'm not really seeing them being too strong here at Kansas. Kansas seems to be giving a few of them some trouble. For instance, Matthew Karakoff has been up towards the front all season long, and he's back here towards the back. 22 of Mark Brewster just got into the outside wall. You got TJ at the back bumper now of George. As he gets into the wall and the 9 gets him in. Oh no, that's not what we wanted to see. The 9 is upside down. Caution flag is out. Tough break here for the 9. I don't know if there is fast repairs or not with this league. As if there is not, his night is done as that motor is shot. You can see the smoke rolling off of that machine. Tough night there for him. We'll go ahead and take a look back at it here with on the full replay. You saw these two battling coming out of the corner. Unfortunately, though, the 96 finds that outside wall coming off the corner. He brushes that outside wall. The 9 of TJ just did not really have anywhere to go. Catches the back corner. He gets popped up in the air, tries to save it. Not sure what happens where all of a sudden it just would break up. Okay, yeah, he could not get it to steer straight and it slid back up into the 96. They hit hard. He goes the other way back down to the inside wall. Not sure if there's anybody else spinning behind him. Does not look like it yet. As he gets thrown into the inside safer barrier wall on his side, up over. Again, tough night for him as his night might have ended early. Again, not sure where they stand with fast repairs in this league. He may be on track, he may not be. I'm not exactly sure. Tough break there for the 9. As we see, apparently they did have fast repairs as he is back out on track. Scoring, I don't believe, is correct. But we'll have to figure this out. And I'm showing him scored in first. Ogden in second. Karakop in third. Looks like the 9's going to bring it back to pit road, maybe? No, okay, he's dropping back now. Let's say, that didn't make any sense, him being up there in that first position. Isaac! Get down! Oh. I don't know, but this could be why. He's learning from me up top. What am I going to do? Sorry for the background noise. As we are still undercut. Looks like the lights are out on the Patriots, so we should be green this time by. Ace truck goes off. We're getting ready to go green once again. Green flag is out. Single power restart. Getting double power back here at the back. Looks like the Karakop brothers might be close in proximity here. Or am I? No, I'm wrong. Okay, we got one Karakop. We got Matthew there. Brett's up front here in second, behind his teammate of Ogden. That's more of a familiar sight that I'm used to seeing is these guys up front battling it out. I want to give a shout out to Admin Box for all their help here with their boxes. Anybody can use them. They have great driver commands on them for fast repair and fuel. You can go right to those screens. You also have your pass right, pass left. Obviously, there's all kind of buttons there for helping you admin the race from the cockpit of your truck. So any race leagues out there that's casual and needs some extra help adminning and stuff, you can kind of do it from the cockpit of your truck using one of these or cockpit of your race vehicle with one of these admin boxes. So definitely a good shout out to them for supporting this league. Ogden first, Karakov second, Brown third. That's more of the familiar sight we've seen all season from Ogden and the Karakovs. We remember quite a few weeks ago, it was the Ian and the Karakov brothers up there on the podium. Last week, we had 3 of the 4 team members on the podium, with the other one finishing 5th. So the whole team finished the top 5, just missed out. We got somebody in the chat room says they're cheering for anyone but TJ. So they don't want to see the 9 of TJ up towards the front. Must know something we don't know here in the booth. But we got the Karakov, we got Ian, we got Ogden and Karakov out front once again for another week here at the Extreme Truck Series. Mark D'Antuma, last week's winner, is back here at the back of the pack, trying to find his way through. There's the 99 of Rob up there to his outside currently. As Mark still looks like he's trying to figure out this track a little bit still. I think he might have struggled a little bit in qualifying, not quite get the qualifying laps he wanted. As he's trying to slowly pick his way through the pack. Matthew Karakop is making his way up through the pack, currently sitting in 7th position. Trying to find some battles out here on the racetrack, because everybody seems to be single file for the most part. Still kind of early, still early on in this race pretty much. We're only about a third of the way through this, I think, if I'm thinking correctly. Well, no, we're not. We're not a third of the way through yet. We're 21 laps out of 75. Halfway mark, I want to say, is like lap 37, 38, something like that. They want to call the halfway point. We're still seeing them go racing here single file for the most part. I think there might be a battle back here towards the back area. Yeah, there is one. 37 trying to take the position away from the 22. That's going to move the 37 up into the 12th position. Mark Brewster dropped back to 13th. Mark D'Antuma moved up to 11th. We'll see if we can at least get into the top 10 here before halfway. The 9 of TJ is struggling back here at the back. Ogden and Karakop out front. Once again, we got a battle here for, that looks to be the 4th position between the 96 and the 64. Yes. That'd be the 96 of William George and the 64 of David Connell. Hello? Hi? Hey! Must not have had enough coffee today. Mike Toomey there in 8th, or at number 12 truck. Now we've reached a third of the way through. Ogden out front, Brett Karakoff there in 2nd, Josh Brown in 3rd. Dave there in 4th, trying to make his way to the front. William George wanting to get back up towards the front. Cannell there in 6th, that number 64 machine. Right behind him is the other Karakoff brother of Matthew, as Matthew's trying to find his way towards the front. Mike Toomey Jr., Todd Danbury. Randy Lapidus there in 10th. Everybody's looking strong out there right now. And we're looking here, that is the battle between the 96 and the 93. So Ogden is still up front. He's got some ground over the 2nd place of Brett Karakoff. Josh Brown now in 3rd. William George up to 4th. Dave is falling back as he's going to fall victim to the 00 of Matthew. And we got the David Connell also follow through. That's going to drop Dave, and Dave is dropping back. He's down on the apron. Dave's coming to pit road. Not think he's coming for pit road. Possibly some tires. Thinking he might try to see if he can get the rest of the way on fuel and tires. I'm not exactly sure what the range is here this evening. Familiar sight, the 24 of Ogden out front. 00 Karakoff is now in the top 5. The other one of that team is Mark Danbury, who, not Danbury, Dantuma. Mark Dantuma has made his way up to 9th position. As we see some other drivers hitting pit road for green flag pit stops. We're going to try to pull the fuel strategy and pit strategy into this. As we're just a little shy of halfway at the moment. I'd be inclined to call lap 38 halfway. So we don't quite have the teammates together towards the back as Mark Dantuma has fallen off, has struggled all night. Matthew Karakoff up here in 5th. Dave Connell there in 6th. Barney in 7th. Mike Toomer they're in 8th. Like I said before, you got Mark D'Antuma there in 9th. Chris Edwards, 10th. Rob back here in 11th. TJ, 12th. Joseph Atchison. Dave, as looks like Dave is the first truck a lap down. Sounds like our leader's coming to pit road. And Karakov's going to come with him. He's going to move Josh Brown out to the point. You see quite a few of them coming to pit road. We'll have to keep an eye on some of these trucks up here towards the front, see when they're planning on pitting. So there, Brown has come to pit road. That's going to bring in Barney Sigmund and Mark D'Antuma. Looks like Chris Edwards is going to follow in. Same with Rob. TJ Allen following in. Joseph Atchison following in. Ian Ogden now will take your point once he gets around here. He think. Trying to see who's all lap down here. Looks like the poor of Randy Lapidus and Matthew Kirkhoff are all lap down still. All right, still Ogden, followed by Stinson there in the 93. Kirkhoff there in 3rd. 4th is George. 5th goes to Brown. That's your top 5. Oh, nope. Danbury takes over that 5th spot at number 69. So Danbury passed the 12. Now, 12 is going to look... Well, no, I'm sorry. He passed Brown. Mike Toomey is there. Got past Brown. Now Toomey's looking to get past Danbury. So Ogden is out front of at least 3 trucks now. Same with Dave. The trucks we have lap down is Joseph Atchison, Randy Lapidus, and Matthew Kirkhoff. They're all a lap down currently. And we are on lap 42 out of 75 here at Kansas with the Extreme Truck Series. Dave Stinson there in the 93. That is one name we have not really talked to at all this year yet, this season, as he's going around the 57, or trying to go around the 57 of Brett Karakop. Or was I wrong? Where was Karakop going around the 93? Looks like the 93 is falling back again. Gonna lose a spot also. Well, nope, that's another lap truck there. Okay, that's the 88. That's gonna be the 88 of Joseph Atchison, trying to fight his way to get his lap back. Making up some ground. Not sure if he'll get the lap back or not, as he's up there behind Brett Karakop at the moment. So he's, we'll get another caution. He's definitely going to get the lucky dog as long as he's not involved in it. As Ogden's back out front again. Very much a similar sight that we've seen this season. So Dave Steinson still in third, with George in fourth. Will Dave have his first podium of the season? We will have to see. We do not see anybody here in the chat rooms yet. I don't like bugging the racers too much while they're racing. Great racing here with green flags. Ian Ogden out front. Brett Karakop there in second. And we got Joseph trying to make a move on the bottom, trying to get himself in position to get that lap back. Just hopefully he's smart about it and does not race them too hard, as he doesn't want to take them or the leaders out. Paul went off track, it's saying. Not sure what happened to that 420 of Paul. Magic Karakop there in 8th or 17th. I'm sorry. He's struggling quite a bit here this evening. So George did agree around Dave for that third position. TJ's back here in the 14th position. So he definitely has been struggling all night after getting into that outside wall with the help from this 96, I believe it was, who he went across. Caution is out on the Speedway. Trying to figure out what that caution was for, as I don't see anything here. See if this shows us anything. No. Nothing there. Oh, we gotta try to figure this out. What exactly happened? 'Cause I'm not seeing nothing here on my screen anywhere, so I'm not sure exactly what this caution was for. I'm not finding this at all of what exactly might have happened. I'm sorry, but we cannot find the replay, but everybody's on pit road here. Alrighty. So now we have Barney Sigmund out front with the 37, Ogden in second, Karakov there in third. This is going to restack them up. As you have a few drivers hoping to get that wave around. As Atchison, Lapidus, Karakov, David Connell, and the 420 of Paul Vitelli. Not Vitelli. I'm sorry, it's not Vitelli. It is, I got to figure out how to say that last name. Paul Vittel. Vittel. It might be Vittel. Viotto. I don't know. I gotta quit trying to butcher that tonight. Bad, but that is Paul in that 420. Matthew Karakop there in the 00. I'll wait to see if they're going to be back on lead lap, or looks like Ottenbach is there in the pits, Randy Lapidus in the pits, and David Connell in the pits. Paul is still a lap down, waiting to see if he gets the waiver out, or if he's going to drop to the bottom and let everybody pass. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. When we go to one to go. Want to thank everybody that's watching here at the Flieger Farm TV on the pole. So, looks like Karakov gets a wave. But Karakov ended up going down into the pits. He towed back to the pits, so I'm not sure what Matthews Knight is doing. Looks like he's saying he is done this evening. See if we can get a word with him to see what's going on. See what might have happened with him, as I now see that he is out. As we're getting ready to go green here. I gotta figure my streaming stuff out at some point here in the near future. Now let's see if we can get a hold of Karakop here to find out exactly what may have happened that he called it done. Matthew, you got a copy of Adam up in the booth.
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty, I noticed you pulled off the track and it's saying that you're out. Are you packing it up for the night, or?
I'm gonna go ahead and pack it up. I'm a little bit disappointed with the calls tonight. Better off I'm off the track right now.
Okay. Alright,
Yeah,
so things just weren't going your way, and you just decided to, weren't comfortable with it all, and decided just to hang it up for the evening.
No, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I was close to getting the lucky back. There's a car got in the wall, and a lap later, the got thrown, and there's nothing I can do. I'll just be in the lead for the rest of the race, so I don't want to be involved in the finish.
Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know where the race control is this evening, because I just seen the 420 miss the entrance of pit road. Paul missed the entrance of pit road, so
I will definitely be watching your broadcast, man. I love it.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much. We'll catch you around, that's for sure. We'll see if your teammates can get up there on the podium this week.
Yeah, I hope they can finish this off.
Alrighty, that was Matthew Karakop. As we've seen, that the 420 taking a little dive there to the pit road in an odd way. But out front, we have Ian Ogden. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the race noise. going on here with this? Why? Oh, that's fine. They say something wasn't adding up right there, but there we go. Well, now we got it fixed. Oh, Ian Ogden out front. Brett Carrick up there in second. Going 3 wide for that third position. Dave, Brown, and TJ. And look who else is trying to sneak back into the mix. There is Mark Dantuma. That is last week's winner trying to sneak his way back into the race. Kind of just taking it easy. Letting the truck come to him. Let the race come to him. Pretty much he's racing his own race out there. Everybody else is almost in his way. He's just picking through when he can. Not wanting to get caught up in anything big. And finish strong. Well, there's Ogden out front. Karakop has a bumper pull of the 67 as they now go into turns 3 and 4. The 67 down to the bottom side. There you see him down there on the bottom side. Still there coming through the tri-oval. Karakop has a little bit more momentum staying up high through that tri-oval than some of the guys do coming through that bottom. As the 9 looks like he's making his way back up to the front. Back up there under the bumper of the 67. TJ looked strong early on, just ended up having that little bit of an incident with the 69, I believe it was. Dave and Mark side by side for that 5th position. Didn't really see Mark up towards the front until late in this one as we got 17 laps to go. So look for Mark to start laying on the heat here at the end of this one. Trying to get up here to his teammates of Ogden and Karakov. He's really not that far off when we take a look at the map here. Everybody's still pretty close together. Anything can happen. As Mark and Dave are still side by side. Mark's going to finally complete the pass this time, but Dave's going to go back to the inside, and he's going to try to put the move on Mark again, coming into turns 3. Did Mark learn anything from his teammates to keep that momentum rolling there on that high side, coming down to the stripe? Not quite. He's not going to clear him this time. Mark's going to let him go, following behind. Got a 69 and a 96 back here. Racing side by side. Up front, it's Brett Karakop trying to chase down that 24 of Ogden. Seems like when we have the longer green flag rounds, Ogden can definitely put some spacing between him and the field if you give him the clean air to do so. TJ is back up here to 3rd with the 67 of Josh Brown on the inside. Dave behind them in that 5th position. Mark back there in 6th. of Ogden out front. Brett Karakop there in 3rd. I'm sorry, in 2nd. TJ in 3rd, looking to try to take 2nd from Karakop. 12 laps to go, this time crossing the stripe. TJ looks to be top to bottom, almost thinking that he owns the whole racetrack at the moment. So Karakop's really watching that rearview mirror with that 9 because he's not quite sure where the 9's going to go. The 9's going to run coming into turns 3 and 4. It looks like he's going to stay high. Karakop goes low, comes up a little bit. Now, from the previous laps, the 9 drops all the way, but he does not this time. He just rides behind on the bumper of that 57. Staying up there in the high groove. Definitely has more of a run coming off of turn 1 and 2 than Carricroft does. As he's got into Carricroft, as he slid up the track, Carricroft up into the wall. So as we go back, we can look at that pass there. As they're coming through, you can definitely see he's got the run. And you can see already he's already sliding up, squeezing Carricroft up to that wall. Carricroft trying to hold it up there in that top lane a little bit. Looks like Carricroft may have got just a little loose. So not sure exactly what happened there. Carricroft ends up brushing that outside wall. And we're back live again. Lap traffic. Or, I'm sorry, not lap traffic, but Brett Carricroft has dropped back now to 5th position. Mark Dantuma and his teammates right behind him now. Out front, it's still Ogden. TJ in 2nd. He's trying to chase down that leader. Ogden's still up front. We're on lap 8 to go. So now Ogden's got to start watching his rear view. Coming up on the lap traffic of the 99, that is Rob Hottenbach. Rob wisely gets down, stays out of the way of the faster trucks. Josh Brown now in 3rd. So out front, it is the 24 of Ogden trying to stay out front as long as he can, as the 9 of TJ is starting to really put the pressure on him, as it seems. Who is coming up on him? Is that the 99 still trying to stay up there with him? That is the 99 of Rob trying to stay with the leaders as best he can. Got a few good drivers back here in the pack that are battling really hard, trying to get positions. There you see the 57 of Brett Carricroft and the 13 of Mark Dantuma trying to get their way to the front. Unfortunately, they both have struggled tonight. Not as bad as what Matthew has. Matthew, as we heard, has called it a night, kind of parked it. Not happy with some situations he's ended up in this evening. We got TJ trying to still chase down that 24 of Ogden. As we're rolling here with the Extreme Truck Series. We're down to 4 laps to go. Battle for 3rd back here between George Brown and Mark Dantuma, now up to that 5th position. Not sure what happened. It looks like Brett has fallen off the pace a little bit. Mark Dantuma coming from the back this evening. Got himself up into the top 5. Looking to see if he can advance those positions to get up there into the podium positions. He's on the low side of Josh Brown currently. That is currently the battle for 4th position. Coming out into turn 3 and 4. 37 of Barney Sigmund's making an appearance here in the top 5. Mark's trying to go and find his groove here to try to get that pass completed. but does not quite have it as of yet. Down into turn 1. David Swift says he'll see us next Thursday. So next week, Dave Swift said he'll see us here. As TJ looks to be trying to, on this final lap, catch the 24. Not sure he's got enough head of steam to do it, though. Coming down the backstretch. And at turn 3 and 4. Ogden out front. It will be Ogden to win here this evening with the Extreme Truck Series, followed with TJ. And Mark D'Antuma looks to be bringing home third. So what a great run there from Mark, coming from the back, moving his way up through the field, getting some pit strategy underneath his belt, and getting himself up into that third position for a podium. So we got 2 of the 4 team members into the podium positions, and they're the only 2 in the top 5 this week. And we got a little bit of a shakeup in the names up here in the top 5. We'll see who we got around to chat with. It looks to be that we only have our top 2 that we can talk to, or that we can talk to. But we'll go ahead and pull up our finish here. Let everybody see where everyone finished. We got Ian Ogden there in first, TJ in second, Mark in third, Josh Brown fourth, Barney Sigmund fifth, Brett Karakop there in sixth, finishing just outside the top 5. Dave there in 7th, Mark Toomer in 8th, Chris Edwards 9th, Mark Brewster in 10th. Joseph Atchison will finish 11th, Todd Danbury finishing 12th, William George in 13th, Randy Lapidus there in 14th, Rob there in 15th, David Connell there in 16th, 17th is going to go to Paul, and finishing off the field in 18th will be Matt Karakop. So we'll see who we have here now for our interviews. See what drivers we have. Looks like I can pull in our 3rd place finisher, so we'll get a talk with him. Good evening, Mark. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Alrighty, what a race out there for you. You qualified towards the back, had to fight your way to the front. What's some things you can tell us about your race tonight?
Well, I just tried to save tires, kind of be conservative, see how things went. It went my way personally, so I was able to get up there for the pole.
Now, I know you had to try to fight your way through a little bit of calamity there at the back also.
Yeah, it got a little rough from time to time, but it was pretty good.
Sponsors you want to thank tonight?
Just want to thank my sponsor, Parapolish, and glad that they're allowing me to run the camp light on my hood of my truck. So if you want to give the gift of summer camp to a kid, please visit Camp Light.
There you go. It's on the screen there. You can see the gift. Give the gift of summer camplight.org on your screen there now. So pretty much who he's giving the shout out to.
All right, I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate seeing you out on track, and great run. Another great run this week. Was a little worried with you starting at the back, but you showed that you can get it done.
Yeah, I kind of just thought I'd feel it out.
Most definitely. All right, well, we'll get you back to the team, and we'll pull in our winner of Ian Ogden. All righty, Ian, you got a copy.
I do, yes, sir.
All righty, well, congrats on another win this season.
Okay, bud.
What's your perspective of how that race went? I know TJ was trying to get some runs on you, but just did not quite have enough to finish it off, per se.
I thought he would get within about 3/10 of me, and when he would do that, I would move up to the high side just to block that run a little bit. I'm a little baffled by some of the calls, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't have any control of calls. I don't even know what calls are made being up here in the booth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's between the drivers and race control. But
Yeah, absolutely.
I know it can get frustrating sometimes. I've been in the seat like you are, baffled by a few things, but
yeah.
it happens.
Yeah, for sure. It was just, I think Matt may have alluded to it, where there's a caution that was called a lap after the wreck happened, and the guys were already straight on the track going again. That changed this race from, what it was to a fuel mileage race, and it really changed our strategies quite a bit.
Yeah, that caution, I don't know. I couldn't even find. That must be the caution that came out that I have not a clue what it was for, because there was nothing that come up about a crash or nothing on my end, so I didn't even know there was contact made. So,
yeah.
All right. So, who's your sponsors you'd like to thank for this evening, or anybody special you want to thank?
Yeah, obviously my teammates down there in Team 5, Mark Antuma, Brett, and Matt Carrico, Racing for Heroes, and 1111 Veteran Project on the car. So, and then I've got New Mix Motorsports as well. That's my team that I run for.
Alrighty, well, great having you up front for yet another week.
Appreciate
it. Yeah, are you safely in the top position in points with this league?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. There's been some changes to the points and the rules, so I don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, I should be. I think I've got enough wins to be up there.
Well, I know you got at least 2, maybe 3. I'm not exactly sure where you.
I got 3.
Yeah. Yeah, this might make 3. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not exactly sure. I can't quote nothing as I don't take notes. I just kind of try to remember, which isn't the best idea.
Right.
But another great night of racing. Really enjoyed it here at Kansas. Beautiful weather we had, and really can't thank the drivers enough for putting on another show. And I just want to thank the league for having me here to produce another one.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for broadcasting there, bud.
Oh, I definitely appreciate it. So we'll you guys have yourself a joyous holiday this weekend, and we'll see you again next week, I think.
All right, sounds good.
Alrighty, that was our winner of Ian Ogden. I guess there's some dispute that might be happening between race control and the drivers, but that is not hearsay for me. As I am not involved in any of that. That is between them and that's between the organization. So I'm just here. I bring the races to you. I hope you all have a great time. Hope everybody watching has a great Christmas. And we'll leave you with some words of thought as we look at some of the kids or Lions Kids Site programs that go on throughout the states and throughout the world. And then we'll wish everybody a good night.
Sight is one of the huge things that impacts a child's learning. And if you can step in at a young age, you can change that child's life forever.
My husband, Gene, and I go in and screen 4 and 5 days a week. If we find one child that we can help, we feel like we've done a successful screening.
Put your head up just a little. There you go. We screened a little boy. He could not see the milk on his tray. We got him glasses. His mama said I cried, but I did not know that that child could not see it.
I could see with my glasses on.
My son was 3.5 when the Lions Club screened his eyes. We discovered that my son had amblyopia.
It's typically caused by the 2 eyes getting abnormal and unequal input into the brain. The parents can't tell that because the child functions normally with the dominant eye.
It's so cool.
Very good.
We started with the process of his treatment in the form of him wearing a patch so that the weak eye would be forced to work.
The devices we use today are easy to use. You can do very simple training
And you get those green circles.
to get lions out in the field doing the screenings.
Gavin, can you look right at the front of that camera? Screening the children is fairly simple. Within 30 seconds of taking an image, we can determine if the child is referred for further testing or has passed the screen.
What really made this possible is the development of technologies that allowed the detection of risk factors for problems that cause vision loss in children.
The camera checks for 13, 14 different issues with the eye. And it brings up astigmatism, amblyopia. There's a number of issues that come up.
One of the great things is the follow-up, to really make sure that the children are being seen by a professional to get those vision problems corrected.
The biggest way that this has now grown is that the pediatricians recognize that this technology works.
Looks good.
Every referral is a success story in my mind because we found somebody that needs some help.
Lions screened over 500 kids today. How many people can say that? How rewarding that is to know that you've served your community in that manner. You don't get paybacks like that very often.
Avery's on the brink of turning 16. He's a very bright young man, and he is a very good athlete. And we attribute all these things that he's able to do now because his vision has been saved through the Lions. We all have a story as to why we joined the Lions Club. And for me, my story is personal. The Lions Club saved my son's vision.